Title: Hunters of the Bayou. In the heart of New Orleans, where the music of the jazz streets mingle with the whispering swamps, lived Jamal and his little sister, Mariah. They were not just ordinary kids, they were bound by the shadows that danced in the corners of their world. One fateful evening, their lives changed forever. It was a humid summer night, and their babysitter, Miss Clara, had taken them to the old mansion down the street, where whispers of long-forgotten tales filled the air. But when the clock struck midnight, laughter turned to silence. A chill swept through the room, and in an instant, the vibrant energy was eclipsed by darkness. Jamal and Mariah watched in horror as the creature, with eyes like molten gold, emerged from the shadows. Miss Clara, once their protector, was overwhelmed by the yellow-eyed demon, the very embodiment of nightmares. From that moment, Jamal, 12 years old and brave, and Mariah, a bright-eyed 8-year-old with courage beyond her years, vowed to confront the terrors that haunted their city. They decided to become monster hunters. With determination burning in their hearts, the siblings researched every local legend. They spent long afternoons in the dusty corners of the New Orleans Library, flipping through reference books on folklore and mythical creatures. They learned about ghosts that wandered the French Quarter and swamp creatures that lurked beneath the cypress trees. The more they uncovered, the more they understood the dark forces that enveloped their city. By day, they were just typical kids. They played hopscotch on the sidewalks of Treem and shared po' boys at the local market. But by night, they donned makeshift armor cobbled together from old sports pads, kitchen utensils, and an indomitable spirit. Jamal fashioned a unique weapon, a glimmering silver staff decorated with a carved alligator, symbolizing protection and strength. Mariah took her teddy bear, Mr. Whiskers, and transformed it into a charm for safety by tying colorful beads around its neck. One moonlit night, their quest led them deep into the bayou. The air was thick with the croaking of frogs and the distant call of a night owl. As they waded through the murky waters, a sensation washed over them, not of fear, but of purpose. Suddenly, they spotted a flickering light close by. Driven by courage, they approached it. What they found was a spirit caught between realms, trapped by the demon's insatiable hunger. The spirit, shimmering with an ethereal glow, recognized Jamal and Mariah's intent. "You seek to rid this world of darkness," it said, its voice like the soft rustle of leaves. "But heed my warning, the yellow-eyed demon is cunning, and it feasts on fear." Instead of dissuading them, the spirit offered its blessing and bestowed them a special gift. It taught them to harness their inner strength, giving them the ability to shine light in the darkest corners. With newfound power flowing through their veins, Jamal and Mariah prepared to track down the demon that had taken so much from them. Their adventure led them to the heart of the bayou, where the demon had established its lair, a hidden grove obscured by ancient trees. The ground was thick with moss, and the air smelled of jasmine and decay. As they approached, the demon emerged, its yellow eyes gleaming like molten fire. But Jamal remembered the spirit's words. "Fear is what gives it strength," he whispered to Mariah. They stood firm, the silver staff glowing brightly in Jamal's hands, and Mariah held Mr. Whiskers aloft, the colorful beads swirling with energy. "Your reign of terror ends here," Jamal shouted, his voice echoing through the grove. The demon roared, charging at them, but the light from the staff burst forth, illuminating the darkness. It was blinding, forcing the demon to falter. With a sacred chant, passed down from the spirit, the children unleashed a wave of purity that penetrated the demon's malevolence. The grove shook, and the air crackled with magic. The demon's yellow eyes dimmed, and with one final screech, it vanished, leaving only the sound of rustling leaves behind. Breathless and exhilarated, Jamal and Mariah stood taller, knowing they had protected their home and avenged Miss Clara's tragic fate. They returned to the streets of New Orleans, more than just siblings. They were heroes, members of a legacy that fought the darkness that dared threaten their vibrant city. From that day forward, they continued their journey as monster hunters, Jamal and Mariah, protectors of the bayou, guardians of the light, and symbols of hope for those who believed in magic. With every creature they faced, they grew stronger, their bond unbreakable, ready to embrace whatever adventures lay ahead in the enchanting world of New Orleans.